Hello, this is Stampy, and welcome to another Let's Play on Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, and... Right, let's get this over with, shall we? I am playing as the Chomper, and I mentioned in the last episode that the Chomper isn't my favourite character. In fact, he is definitely my least favourite character, and I think part of it is I don't like playing as him very much, but I think it's mainly because I don't like anyone else playing as him, because it's like the most frustrating thing to get killed by in the entire game. And so yeah, he's not my favorite, but hopefully after today's video, maybe I'll change my opinion on him a little bit. I mean, I can make him look cooler. I'm changing his teeth, I think, here. I'm changing what his teeth looks like. Let's have some cracked rock teeth, shall we? He just looks ugly as well. He just looks horrible. Look at him. It's like the least appealing thing out there, you know? Compare that to the sunflower. And look at this thing. Remember what he looks like. And now, look at this little guy. How would you like the Chomper over him? Or look at the rose with the little cat mask as well. Why would anyone choose the Chomper? He's just so ugly. I know we shouldn't base it on appearance, but he's just so ugly. Can we got any tattoos? At least we can get some spaghetti graffiti. I guess there we go. That's made him look a little bit cooler, I guess. And I do like some of his taunts. He can do like a little like clap. Look, if you look at his little hands, and you see him like clapping, you can just about see it there. And so that's quite cool at least. So let's go and jump into the game. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do Vanquish Confirmed. And the reason for that is this is the mode where when you vanquish someone, you then need to pick up an orb that they drop. And seeing as playing as the Chomper, you're pretty much always going to be right next to them if you vanquish them. This is probably like the best mode to play to the Chomper's strength. So let me just start off by explaining why I don't like the Chomper. Okay, so I like characters that can be played and are useful in lots of situations, like very versatile characters. So in the last episode, I was the foot soldier, and I mentioned that in pretty much any situation, the foot soldier can do well. The Chomper can do really, really well if you're close with one person and they don't see you, but in most other situations, the Chomper isn't really the best character to be. So the Chomper's really good at doing one thing very, very well, and isn't very good at much else. So that's why I don't like being the Chomper. It's not because the Chomper's bad. I'm not saying don't be the Chomper. It just doesn't fit to my playstyle. And I think kind of playing to your playstyle is kind of more important than like saying, right, let's pick the strongest character. So this game's pretty much over and we're losing. Surprise to surprise, I try to join a game and I join near the end of a game and we're losing. That happens like every time I try and join a game, literally. So let's not worry about this. Let's just talk about some of the moves then while we lose. So we have the goop. I'm using just the normal goop. There are different types of goop you can unlock, and some of them look quite good. You got the burrow ability, and if we can find a soldier, let me see if I can show that. If I can find a zombie, sorry. Here's a zombie over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and pile under the ground, and then I can go underneath them, and then I can go and oh no! See, that was smart. This one used the barrel, so I can't actually get them while they're in the barrel. So that was a good move by them, but you get the idea. I can jump up and chomp them, and then there's the spike weeds as well, which I don't think are the most useful. Basically, you drop them down, and if a zombie walks over this, they get lifted up and held in the air. And a lot of the time you can be successful doing that, because a lot of people don't look at the floor, especially on like some of the outside maps where they can kind of blend into like the grass that's already there. This guy seems to be having a little bit of trouble. Let's go and try and take him out. Then of course there's the chomp, and this game is all about the chomp when you're playing as the Chomper. It's kind of in the name, and that's kind of like so if you're behind them, you eat them. And if you're at the front of them, you chomp them and just do a lot of damage. So that's kind of the main things he has. I have been attacked by Chompers that have like different abilities that they have unlocked. Like I've seen some that have like flamethrowers or shoot electricity and stuff, and they seem to be much more powerful. There's also like different types of goop which can fire much longer range, and they might be a little bit better than what I've got. But as always, I'm trying to just stick with the default ones rather than trying to switch things around. So let's see if I can get anything cool to unlock for the Chomper. I might be unlocking a new Chomper soon. I was kind of just, as I said, using the default one. Let's go and buy another pack. I want to find something to make the Chomper look nicer, and then I might not worry so much about playing as him. I got silver terrible tentacles. Man, that's boring. So yeah, let's go and join the next game, and hopefully if we have a full round, I'll get a better chance to do some damage. So I will say, for this game type, the Chomper does do very well. Like, if you're in an open map, then you don't want to play as the Chomper. Like, in certain situations, as I said, the Chomper can do amazing. And oh, this might be a good one. I don't like this level. This is an awful level, but it might be okay for the Chomper, because there's lots of kind of smaller areas. There's also not much high ground, because one of the big downfalls for the Chomper is, say if there's, for example, a soldier or something like up high somewhere, and look how ridiculous I look. Like, I can't get them. If they're on top of something that I can't get onto and they're shooting me and I can't shoot back, there is literally nothing I can do. So you want to play quite stealthily. You want to kind of sneak around and try and come up behind players. But as soon as you eat someone, you're very vulnerable, because like while you're chewing them, while you're chewing the zombies, you can't like do anything else. You know, you can't chomp anyone else. So you really need to go and try and back off. So I'm immediately going to kind of run off to the side this way and try and make sure I can flank around behind some of them. So that here's a guy here, and he has no idea that I'm there. And I move relatively quickly, all things considered. So let's see if I can go and try and be able to sneak up on that place. And so there's no reason for me to burrow under the ground yet, because I'm not in danger. Well, I didn't think I was in danger until this guy pulled me back. So here we go. Like, here I can just go and chomp him. So don't feel scared just to use the normal chomp attack. You don't always need to do the one-hit kill one. Sometimes it's okay just to go and kind of jump like crazy, especially if you think that they're weak or something. So let's try and stay alive here for a little bit and get my health up. And you do have a lot of health. You have 175 health points, as you'll see once my health goes back up, which is good. Which means it's actually kind of one of the highest out of all of the characters. And there's a parrot up there, and I can't do anything against that parrot. That parrot can absolutely destroy me, and I can't fight back and whatsoever. And that's kind of the reason I don't like this character so much, is because you do get into situations where you literally can't do anything. You know, there's literally, no matter how well you play, there's nothing you can do against some of the other characters in specific situations. So what I would recommend is if you're new to the game, or if like, say if you're well, look at that guy, there's a giant Chomper T-Rex up there. Or if you're like playing with someone that hadn't played the game much before, then I recommend telling them to be this person, because their aim might not be very good, and you don't need to worry about your aim too much. So let's go. I'm going to put down a weed there. Oh, look at that timing to get the weed there. So you see I managed to catch the guy in the weed and take them out. So if I kind of leave these spike weeds kind of by the exits to these teleporters. So what I can do now is I can go through here, and if I get weak, I can charge back through there, and if they chase me, then they're going to get stuck in the spike weeds, and I'm going to be able to try and get them. So that's kind of a good strategy. You have 3 spike weeds you can put down, and I don't believe you get any more of them until you've used those ones up. So you want to try and make sure you kind of put them in clever places, I guess. So here's another situation where I can charge in, and I use the chomp ability, and because I'm on Vanquish Confirmed, I'm able to get the orb immediately. So you can see how in this game mode, it's actually a pretty decent class to be. I didn't want to go under the ground then, because there's no need for me to be. I think a lot of people, as soon as they see someone, they go and do the burrow and go under the ground, but you don't want to. You kind of want to wait until there's a situation where you need it, because as soon as you use it, you're going to have to wait a while until you can use it again. So you definitely want to go and try and save them for the right time to use them. So I think there's some people around here. I want to try and stay safe. So if I feel like I'm in danger, and I do now, I'm going to burrow under the ground, and let's see if I can get someone. So I want to go for like the strongest character that's around here. So there was the little imp down there, but the imps aren't very strong, and so it's always best to go for the stronger characters, because you're going to vanquish them in one hit anyway. You might as well go for the toughest ones, because these little guys only have about 50 health, but this guy's got a lot more, so it's much better to go for this guy rather than the little imp, and then allow your teammates to finish this imp off. And this poor imp has no idea I'm here. I've been chasing him for ages. Let's go and goop him. I probably should have gooped him a while ago, but I did think I was going to catch up with him a little bit sooner. And let's go near him. Oh, there's a soldier as well. So now I'm pretty defenseless right now, because I can't Chomper again. So I'm going to leave down some spike weeds around here, and hopefully try and trap someone if they do come through here, and then I'm going to be able to go and be able to eat them up. So you can see that there's a parrot down there. There we go. There's a case where you can eat the parrots. I never thought I'd be able to get one of them, but that was a very low flying one. So it looks like these spike weeds have got destroyed. So let's put another one here. There seem to be lots of people coming through here. And oh, there's a little imp down here. Oh no, I don't know why I did that. I jumped right into his beam. Luckily though, I have way more defense. So because I have so much health, sometimes like it's just a good idea just to charge at them, because like you can kind of take the bullets for a while and then just go after them, and like, so don't forget about that. Don't forget how much health you have, and you're actually not that bad at capturing points either because of that. Sometimes you can kind of just go into a point and just kind of like allow people to shoot at you just so your teammates can survive, just because of how strong you are. So I was able to eat that guy. That guy was taken out anyway, and I think there was someone else around here. So going after people like the football players are good because they have so much health, and if I get right in their face like that, I can be like really distracting and kind of, I'm just spinning around them chomping, and it's kind of very difficult for them to do anything. And oh no, I was almost able to get under the ground. So something about the burrow, which is great, is it's just good for escaping. You don't always want to attack them when you burrow. So say if there's a group of 5 people and I burrow, I might be able to chomp one of them, but all of the others are going to go after me while I'm chewing my zombie. So sometimes burrowing and just kind of getting out of there is a much better strategy than kind of just committing and trying to get one person. So it's good to, if there's a group, it's fine to chomp them as long as like the other ones aren't going to see you. And while they're spinning, these guys, you can actually eat them if you get the timing just about right. It's quite difficult, but sadly I wasn't able to do it. And you can actually like eat them and they still keep doing their turbo twister while you're chewing them, and it looks absolutely hilarious. So I kind of just wanted to show you that. Normally I wouldn't have tried to eat him, but I just kind of wanted to show you that. So here you can see there's loads of guys here, so I want to kind of go to whoever's at the back and try and get that person, and then hopefully I can just escape and get into this teleporter without the others getting me, because while I'm chewing I go quite a lot slower as well. So now let's go and put down some spike weeds around here just in case some people chase us through. And look, they are chasing us through as well. So let's go and try and take out this guy. And so if you can avoid it, try just using the normal chomp attack without actually eating them. Because if you have to worry about eating them, then obviously you're going to have to spend all of that time. And what's that guy? Was that guy flying then? I don't know what was going on there, but I'm getting really hurt here. So I'm going to just do a bit of a teleport hopping here. So basically, if they come through, I can go back through and you can keep hopping and try and stay alive that way. It's quite a good thing to do. But there we go. I was able to go and take out that imp. Can I get this guy here? Let's try and get behind him. I'm really, really weak now, so I just want to stay hidden. I do have my goop attack. So there we go. I was able to goop him, which should slow that person down. But I'm just waiting for the time down for my burrow. And oh, the game's over. That was quick. That was a fast game, wasn't it? I think I did okay then. I think, considering I'm playing as my least favorite class on my least favorite map, I think I was able to do well there. So hopefully I've shown that the Chomper isn't bad. It's not that the Chomper is bad. I just don't find it fun. I just don't find the gameplay of playing with the Chomper fun. And really, that's kind of what you're here for. Like, I'm kind of giving you tips on how to play better, but if you're not having fun, it doesn't matter how well you're playing. Look at that, 2nd on the scoreboard. I'm kind of proud of that, considering I was playing as the Chomper, and I don't really have many coins to get any more stickers. So let's have another go. Let's have another go on a different map, because I do think that map with the teleporters and the small arenas is absolutely perfect for the Chomper. So hopefully I'm going to get a map next time which isn't perfect for the Chomper. Just so then I can kind of show you, I kind of want to show you when the Chomper's bad. And so in this game type, it's generally good, but in some of the other game types, you can really struggle. So I guess what I would say is, even if you love the Chomper, don't be stubborn. If you're playing as the Chomper and it's not working for whatever reason, like you're not on a good map, or the classes you're playing against aren't like good classes to chomp against. Like, so say if everyone on the other team is foot soldiers and pirates, you know, and they're jumping up in the air or they're turning into barrels and you can't eat them, just change. Don't be stubborn and stay as the Chomper if it doesn't make sense. But it is a nice change, and because the Chomper kind of feels so different to all of the other characters, I guess it is nice to play as a change. And there might be in the future some situations where I feel, right, there needs to be a Chomper here. If I was a Chomper, I could do some damage, but that happens pretty rarely. And I often think that there's too many Chompers on the team. Like, if I see loads of players on my team being Chompers, it's a little bit annoying, because they're kind of like good lonesome players. Like, they sneak around, they can take out players easily if they're by themselves, but sometimes it's better to have like a whole team like firing. You can often do like a lot more damage like that, because if we're all kind of staying back and all using our weapons and shooting, it kind of works better as a team. Like, the Chomper might have a good individual play, but you know, they're not going to help out their team so much. So here, I don't want to go after the imp, I want to go after the engineer. No, I don't need to go after the engineer, because it looks like that guy got it. And look, so you can see this guy, he's like jumped up on the rocks. He's been smart here. He's making it very difficult for me to be able to get him, because any other character, I would have backed off to shoot him, but I kind of had to commit to trying to chase him down, and because of that, he was able to take me out. So that's kind of showing a situation where the Chomper isn't very good. Like, I probably could have done something better in that situation, to be honest, but that kind of shows you kind of a time when the Chomper wasn't really the best class to be. So look, there's two people there. Look, there's a scientist and a Superman guy. I always forget those names. Super brains, aren't they? So let's put down a couple spike weeds, just in case one of them gets close, and let's kind of see what happens. So here we go. I can try and sneak up behind this guy. I'm going to try and not go into the ground. Oh, no, but he lifted up. He lifted up. Okay, I got to go down. I got to go under the ground, basically just to stay alive, and now I can take up this guy. I'm probably going to die here, though, because, like, the whole team's there, and yep, I was able to be taken out. So there is, once again, another bad situation for the Chomper. Like, I don't think that guy even knew that I was there. I think he just happened to jump up, and it kind of ruined my plan, because the plan was to eat him and then get to cover, but I wasn't able to eat him, and I spent too long there, and then they were able to catch up with me. And hello, little sunflower. It's always good to go around with a sunflower, and I've just seen the scoreboard as well, and we're really struggling to do very well here. And look, there's a guy here. If I can do a bunch of damage on this guy, I might be able to. He might get me, but I should be able to deal a load of damage. And there we go. I was able to take out the mech, and that was very useful. And luckily, I have a sunflower right with me, just to get my health fully up. A sunflower Chomper combo is a bit of a weird one. It's not one that I'd really recommend, because when you're being the Chomper, you generally want to be quite sneaky and kind of roam around by yourself, and having like a sunflower healing you it kind of makes it pretty obvious as to where you are. So me going around with two sunflowers really isn't optimal, but in a situation like this, because I'm getting healed, I know I can just charge in and absolutely destroy that scientist and not kind of worry about it. And let's see if I can eat him. And there we go, look, I'm eating him and he's still doing the tornado. Isn't that hilarious? And have I died? Have I been taken out? Yeah, I was taken out. So another thing is, when you're chewing, you can't burrow. I don't know if I said that before, so you can't even escape easily. So yeah, you really do want to try and be a little bit safer. But there we go. I was able to do a little bit of damage then, and we are catching up a bit. I should be able to take out this guy. Oh, can I eat him again while he's spinning? Go after him. Go after him. Go after him. I'm doing damage. Oh no, he took me out. It's kind of a big risk, because if you're that close to them, like, their tornado down, like attack, their turbo tornado is going to do loads of damage against you. So if you aren't able to eat them, then yeah, you're probably going to go down. It's a bit of a risk, but it's just really funny to see it, like we saw earlier. All right, so it looks like they've got another mech over there. It'd be good to go and deal another bunch of damage against the mech. It looks like it's pretty weak as well. So let's go in and try and help out this corn guy, and let's try and splatter him, and then let's just charge in and just do as much damage as we can, because look, we actually destroyed him then. We absolutely destroyed him. So that was absolutely amazing for us there. And once again, I got a happy little sunflower here going to heal me up. Thank you very much, sunflower. All right then. And let's go and try and sneak around the back of the map. I really need to do well here. And so there's a scientist here, but I saw that he just used the barrel, so I knew he wasn't going to use it again. So it was a good chance to kind of run in and do some damage. But you can see the difference. You can see the difference to how well I'm playing on this map compared to the last map. And the only real difference is just the map we're playing on. This map just isn't as well suited for the Chomper as the other one is. As you can see, it's very open. There's these big open spaces. Like in a situation like this is just bad. Like, this is just bad all round for me being a Chomper here, and it's kind of a situation that I never really got into on the last map. So I'm going to put down the oh no, I got lifted up. That's the worst thing that could have happened. See, what I was trying to do is put down the spike weeds, so then if they went through that doorway, I'd lift them up. But then yeah, being able to lift me up as the imp is like another perfect counter to the chomp. So even though the chomp can do like the most instant damage when it's eating someone, there are lots of moves that the zombies have that counter it so well. Like, you do have to be in that perfect situation. Like, you generally do really well as the Chomper, or really bad. You very rarely have like an average game, I find. So let's go and try and do a bunch more damage. I'm doing a lot of good damage against these mechs, and that's something that I didn't really realize before. Before I had this game, I didn't realize just how good the Chomper can be against these mechs. Like, if you get up behind them and like if they don't realize you're there straight away, you can deal loads of damage. So that's kind of something that I've learned in this episode. So there we go. I kind of showed you a good game as the Chomper, and then I showed you a bad game as the Chomper. But I really haven't played as this class very much, so I'm far from an expert, and we got destroyed that game. Normally, if you're destroyed that much, you can't blame yourself. Normally, just the other team were simply much better than your team. So I think that's what happened there. So yeah, more so than ever, if you play as the Chomper a lot, look at that. you saw how bad I did? I was the top of my scoreboard then. Like, I was the best player in the team, and considering how bad I did, I think that says a lot about the rest of my team, to be honest. Sorry if anyone in the game's watching this. I'm sure you're normally very good, but just had a bad game. Yeah, so more so than ever, if you do play as the Chomper a lot, please leave down any tips or strategies that you found are useful, and also some of like the other abilities that you can use and unlock, because it seems to be a very customizable character, and it seems like there's things that you can add on to the Chomper simply just to make it better at range as well. So if you've played around with any of that stuff and I kind of want to recommend anything, yeah, please do recommend that in the comments, because I'm really just doing the basic classes, you know, the ones that everyone will have. So there we go. This is my experience with the Chomper. It kind of went exactly as I thought. I will probably now never play as the Chomper ever again. I did that just for you. But who will I be playing as next, though? That's the big question. So I am going to be playing as a zombie. I'm just going to carry on going down the list, and I'm going to be playing as the engineer. And as you can see, I have never played as the engineer in this game. I did in the old game, but I guess this kind of shows you that this is another character that I don't play as very much, and I don't know whether I like them or not really, simply because I've not played as them very much. So yeah, we're going to go and experience that together in the next episode. But for now, I want to thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!